Welcome. This is Unplug, brought to you by every NG. Today's Thursday, and of course, we're bringing you that pre-weekend vibe. Yeah, they say Thursday is pre-weekend. I mean, it prepares you for the weekend, I guess. But anyways, we're here to bring you all the updates on entertainment, on politics, on sports, everything it is that is going on across the globe. We're here to keep you informed and up to date. All right. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Victor for every NG. Big story for today. COVID-19 second wave still ongoing, so much talk here and there, and maybe not so much action. But apparently, the state governments have decided that they want to take serious action this time to ensure that the virus does not continue to spread, because the fact is that it is spreading at a very alarming rate right now. So, do you want to know what the state governments have decided to do? Well, just stick around, you'll find out in a minute. But then let's start with entertainment news that we've got. And of course, the BBNaija housemates from the lockdown house and even before are still in the news as always. And Laycon, first and foremost, maybe not foremost, but first this time around, Laycon is having to endure some very, very, well, irritating, annoying to say the least, comparisons. And you have to note that Laycon is not the one who is drawing these comparisons between himself and other rappers in the industry, but it is fans and bloggers. You would remember some time ago, Laycon was pitted against Vector, and he tweeted something and said, "Please, you people should not try this. Vector is my big brother, and I respect him so much. Don't try to pit us against each other." Apparently, those people who are interested in perhaps chasing clouds with all these things have started it again, and this time Laycon has been pitted against Nasty C. Of course, you know Nasty C is a South African rapper, and he is the most streamed rapper in Africa, and he's really good. But to pit Laycon against him, now we're not saying Laycon is not good, but Laycon is just breaking out into the limelight and getting recognition, just beginning to get recognition. But to pit him against Nasty C, who has been there doing so good for a while, it's kind of far-fetched. It's a long stretch, to be honest. So why are these people doing this? So Laycon is having to endure all of this, and he hasn't exactly replied to the Nasty C comparisons, but maybe he will, maybe he won't anytime soon, but we'll find out soon enough. Okay, now let's talk about Tolani Baj. She voiced her frustrations with the Nigerian healthcare system. And she had something very simple as her conclusion. She said, if you want good healthcare, simply travel out of Nigeria. If you want good healthcare for yourself or for your family, just fly out of the country, go some other place and treat yourself or whomever it is that you need to treat. Now, this is food for thought. What is the country actually doing about the healthcare system? She complained about the attitude of the healthcare providers, the doctors and all of them, and the system itself, facilities and all that. These are things that we have been crying out about for a long time now. So what exactly is being done? Well, whether or not you want to take Tolani Baj's advice, Tolani Baj's, did I just say that? Whether or not you want to take her advice is up to you, but she has said what she has said. All right, now let's talk Diane. Diane really shocked me personally yesterday as she decided to begin to rock what I call the African Queen look. Of course, you remember from Two Faces' African Queen music video back in the day where you had this bald girl. Well, Diane is now rocking a bald look. And I was taken aback at first. I was like, wow, why did she do this? Well, anyways, she has done what she has done, and she actually does look good, although she looks quite strange. We're used to Diane with a full head of hair, but it's different this time around, and she's bald now. But she's also being trolled. I mean, I don't know why people are deciding to troll her. Somebody said she looks like a cancer patient, but please stop this. Stop body shaming, hair shaming, whatever shaming people. It is not cool at all. Diane looks really, really beautiful, and I think her new style is very cool. Okay, well, that is that about Diane. Now let's talk Lucy. Lucy has been in the news recently, of course. She has received gifts from her fans and some other people who decided to just lend a helping hand. But apparently, some people are deciding to look at this from a different direction. They're calling Lucy a beggar, that she has been begging for her gifts. And Lucy is having none of that anymore. She has come to address all those people who say she begs for gifts. And she's saying, look, if people have decided to, out of the goodness of their hearts, give me one or two things, so why would you come and say that I am begging for these things? I have not demanded anything from anybody, and it's just people who have decided to bless me out of their, kindness. I have also given to people that way as well. So why would anybody start calling me a beggar for one reason or the other? So Lucy's saying she's not a beggar and nobody should go ahead to call her that anymore. Okay, now let's talk about Bisola, and really, really cheerful this time. She turned 35 today, and she took to Instagram and social media to celebrate with really stunning pictures. I mean, really beautiful gowns she had on, striking poses, and Bisola is looking real great for 35. So happy birthday, Bisola Ayola. Well loved, very, very much loved, and wish you many more years and many happy returns. Okay, now let's talk Tunde Ednut, whose birthday is not today but was yesterday. Tunde Ednut has been receiving a lot of backlash recently. You remember what happened with Speed Darlington? He lost two Instagram accounts, and so much people came out with all the bile that they seem to have been storing up against Tunde Ednut and how he has been running his social media blogs and all of that. Well, despite all this widespread dislike for Tunde Ednut, we still had some celebrities who came out to celebrate him yesterday as he turned another year, and we had the likes of Funke Akindele, Ramsey Noah, and a few others. But one was very particularly striking, and that was Mr. Macaroni. You remember that Tunde Ednut had blocked Mr. Macaroni before when Macaroni tried to tell him to, be kinder to people, and he got a blocking. Mr. Macaroni has decided to, be the bigger man and come out to say happy birthday and celebrate Tunde Ednut. So, belated happy birthday to Tunde Ednut. We don't know whether or not we'll be seeing him soon again on Instagram. All right. Now, that's about Tunde Ednut. Let's talk about our big story now. And I was saying state governments have decided to take stern action to ensure that the COVID-19 virus stops spreading. Now, what have they decided to do? Imposing fresh restrictions, and they banned a lot of religious activities and some other kinds of movements and stuff like that. Now, it is very, very important, in my opinion, because I feel all these gatherings, of course, turn out to be spreader events, like they are called, and some people don't really take enough precaution. They don't really, do what they have to do to stay safe. So maybe this would really help, just to have people stay at home, don't go out unnecessarily and all of that. And mind you, it begins with each and every person. If you do what you have to do, don't go out if it's not necessary. Don't, go to public places, sanitize and all of that. We will not have to be dealing with all these things. There is still the threat of a national lockdown. And so many people do not want that because it's going to affect business and so on. But if you don't want it, then be sure to stay safe. That is just the basic, simple message. All right. And now let's talk about the president of the United States, the new president, that is President Joe Biden. Well, he has received a message from Nigeria's president, President Muhammadu Buhari. And Nigeria's president has said that he is looking forward to working with Joe Biden when it comes to dealing with insecurity and global terrorism. And it makes me wonder, okay, global terrorism, what about internal insecurity and terrorism in Nigeria? But anyways, that's by the way. Buhari is looking forward to working with Biden, and we're hoping for a very fruitful and productive relationship between both countries. That's what we're looking forward to. And of course, yesterday Joe Biden was sworn in as the 46th President of the United States of America, and it was a really beautiful and colorful occasion. Well, so congratulations to the US on a new day, a new dawn, as it is being touted. All right, now let's move on from that and let's come back home to Nigeria, where Timini Egbusen, that is Nigerian actor, is saying that on Valentine's Day, February 14th, that there should be a national lockdown nationwide. I mean, everywhere should be closed down on Valentine's Day. Well, he's saying because of the spread of COVID. But people are saying he probably has something against Valentine's Day. What is his problem? Of course, you remember he was dragged some time ago for his relationship or relationships, as it were. But he's saying that day is a very significant day in that the virus could spread a lot. People going to do all sorts of things on Valentine's Day. So he's saying there should be a lockdown on that day. Whether or not anybody's going to, take his advice, we don't know yet, but we'll see. Right? Yes, we will. Moving on, Tauma Tao, as she's fondly called, was recently called out by a certain Olashile Owolabi for a supposed fraud, 1.5 million naira, where Tao was asked to make a skit and it was not what the requester wanted, and Tao was like, take it or leave it, and she showed no remorse or whatever. So he called her out and she was dragged for a bit. But this Ola Olabi then issued a public apology. Has issued a public apology to say that he's sorry, but then Tao has threatened to sue. Okay, she has not even threatened to sue. She has actually taken legal steps against this man, because you cannot just come defame my character and try to tarnish my image, an image that I've been struggling to build for a while, working so hard, and just come out, drag me, and then just apologize and I'll forget about it. Tao is having none of that. That is a developing story that we'll definitely keep an eye on and monitor as it unfolds. Okay, now enough of the Nigerian entertainment scene. Let's talk the foreign entertainment scene for a bit. And Drake has become the first musician, the first artist in history to surpass 50 billion, you heard it, 50 billion combined streams on Spotify. That is massive, really, really massive. Of course, Drake was the most streamed artist of the last decade, 2010 to 2020. He was the most streamed. He garnered about almost 30 billion streams within that time. And of course, he had big songs like God's Plan and One Dance. So congratulations to Drake. More wins to you. Quickly, before we wrap it up, let's talk sports, where Cristiano Ronaldo is breaking records of his own. He has just scored his 760th goal, official goal, and he has surpassed Joseph Baikan as the footballer with the most number of goals in football history. Of course, not long ago, he surpassed Pelé of Brazil, who is now in third. Joseph Baikan now is in second. We have Romario in fourth, and then Lionel Messi, who has 719 goals, is the one who completes the top five. So Ronaldo, at 35 years of age, is breaking all sorts of records and setting some more. He achieved this feat yesterday as Juventus defeated Napoli in the Italian Super Cup final. So congrats once again to Ronaldo, and more feathers to your cap. And that is all we have for you on Unplug for today. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. It's always fun to be here with you. Tomorrow is going to be the TGIF episode. Well, it's not official, but I'm just calling it that. So ensure to join us tomorrow as well. And until next time, my name remains Victor, and this is Every NG. Goodbye.